Hello everyone, this is Chocoboar here, and I would like to start this video with a little bit of news. I'll be moving to Japan soon. And by soon, it's whenever Japan wants me to. That's right guys, I'm playing the waiting game yet again with Japan as they close their borders again. It's fine. I'm fine. But anyway, as I wait for the borders to open, let's look back to like 2021 in January, where I could have been flying to Japan and starting a job at an eikaiwa. So let's sit back, relax, and I'll tell you this wonderful opportunity that wasn't so wonderful after all. So near the end of 2020, I had decided to go for my dreams and apply for a job in Japan to teach English. Either an eikaiwa or an ALT position. I basically applied anywhere I could, because why not? And actually the ones that I didn't apply for was JET and Interact because of their lack of support for married people, but I know JET has updated since then. But anyway, at the time I didn't apply for those two. But anything else I was like, whatever. So I was looking for a job that would allow me to bring my husband basically. And then I ended up finding a lot of different opportunities, but this one kind of stuck out because this eikaiwa, let's call it Chibi School. So Chibi School in their description was really pushing for couples to apply. They're like, we encourage couples to apply. And I was like, wow, that sounds pretty cool. That means if like we fly there, then both me and my husband will have a job. So I thought that was gonna be cool. So I asked my husband and he said that sounded cool. And then I applied to Chibi School. And I think, no joke, a day later, Chibi School got back to me and asked me for an interview. I was like, wow, that was pretty fast, but cool, okay. So I planned an interview as soon as possible and just played the waiting game for the interview. This was like December 2020, so the day of the interview, my husband and I got ready. We got our notebooks out, we had some questions laid out for them, and so like we were 30 minutes ahead of schedule before the interview. We waited, but then we started the Skype call and it seemed pretty normal. The interviewer, I'm gonna call her Susie, was asking the typical questions. Hey, how you doing? Are you Chocoboar? Are you Butterox? Oh, cool. And what made you want to apply to Chibi School? That's pretty awesome. Cool. Well, I'm gonna talk a little bit about your school. Is that alright? And you know, yeah, it's good to know about the school you're going to apply for. But after sitting there for a little bit, I felt like I was sitting in a very long, unskippable ad. There is nothing wrong with advertising the school. I know, yeah, there's that. But this was kind of weird to me. I never felt so aggressively advertised to, you know. Keep it kind of simple. My husband was taking notes and was basically doing all the professional looking work. I was sitting there kind of like sweating and kind of nervous. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But anyway, she kept advertising and all the questions I had planned for in this interview was basically answered in this ad. But this ad also added a lot of questions. Would me and my husband be working relatively close? What if I don't have a teaching background? And actually, something that came up that I don't really remember how was that Susie brought up the school's Glassdoor review. I don't know anything about Glassdoor. My husband knew about Glassdoor, but I don't know how this came up. She brought how bad the Glassdoor reviews was for Chibi School. And I'm like, okay. okay, it's just like a review place. I guess it doesn't matter. But then something else that came up that I don't even remember how it was brought up. I'm pretty sure Susie brought it up as well. Was how long people normally work for them. And she was pretty honest. Susie said people who get accepted to Chibi School and start working only stay for about 3 months. Excuse me, bad Glassdoor review, and people breaking their 1-year contract to leave after 3 months. This isn't sounding very good, Chibi School. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, the interview ended, and I wasn't feeling too confident about this interview. My husband, on the other hand, seemed pretty excited, and we even went to the Japanese garden here in Phoenix to celebrate and talk about how the interview went, basically. I did share some concerns I had with Chibi School during the interview, and so my husband decided to do some more digging and use the power of the internet that connects so many people to one place. And with that, we found a lot of crazy things about Chibi School. Some things that they advertised during their interview was that you're your own teacher and you can control the classroom however you like. But you do have to use their textbooks, so you can't really do anything you want because you gotta follow the textbook. And we also read that there's backseat teaching from the people who are the head of the school. So if they come in and they don't like how you were teaching out of the textbook, they will tell you to change it. So basically you are not your own teacher controlling your classroom. And the fact that you don't need teaching experience shows me that you're not really a teacher. You're just doing what you're basically babysitting, because you don't really need a lot of background to babysit. So all you gotta do is talk to these kids in English and flail this textbook around and give it to them and they'll pay you money and that's it. And I did watch some videos about Chibi School and how they advertise it, and it looked pretty fun, but some of the teachers, you can tell, were not comfortable. I just felt kind of bad for them. So after talking about it, me and my husband have decided that we didn't want to work at this school, but we did want to look at other options and see and compare, because I had another interview that was happening a couple days after Chibi School's interview. We didn't want to say no to them right away, but that was just in the back of our heads. But like Chibi School, after our interview, already emailed us back saying, we want you to start flying to Japan near the end of January or the start of February. Please tell us if you want to accept this job ASAP. This was one day after the interview, so I'm like, sorry, we kind of want to wait and see our options. And Chibi School was like, okay, we'll give you till Christmas. That's 4 days. I mean, 4 days is I guess, enough time, but I wanted to think more because I had another interview, and it takes time, especially since Christmas is a busy time for them to get back to me. And I told them I'll try. Christmas is busy, but I'll try to remember. So yeah, I did go through the other interview, and that seemed way better than Chibi School's interview. So I was about to email Susie about not taking the job, but it was Christmas, and I kind of forgot to reply to them. I was still waiting about the other job, about how they were responding to me, so maybe there's that. But Susie eventually emailed me saying, I am taking your silence as a no. Thank you for choosing Chibi School, and I hope your other choices were fine, or something like that. Something very passive aggressive. I did send an apology email after Christmas because I totally forgot, and did tell them, yeah, we're not accepting the job, and she didn't reply, so there's that. But yeah, I just wanted to share this because I wanted to warn some people to do some background and not be like me and apply to like almost everything. I mean, you can't really be picky if you want to be an English teacher, but some of the companies might be worse than others, so heads up. So yeah, this is why I'm not in Japan at the start of 2021. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was kind of informative, but yeah. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this year's a greater year. I don't know. Yeah. Bye. Jane. Hi. Thank you so much for getting this far in the video. If you would have accepted that job, please leave a comment below. And probably say reasons why you would take it and how dumb I was, or whatever. Or if you would have not taken this job. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Yamata!